Hi, this is Nicole. Brenny, you're watching Listen to the Stars. So this is going to be a series of videos for the 12 signs and your forecast for not only the solar eclipse on the 21st of August, but also that week, which is a really strong energetic time for the eclipse energy, as well as the 6 months following. And one thing, shit, I forgot. Hi, welcome to Listen to the Stars. My name is Nicole. Today we're going to be doing readings for all 12 signs of the eclipse. If you're interested in Vedic astrology, cards of truth, tarot, or any spirituality topics, and you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe. One thing I forgot to mention in my earlier video on the eclipses is the astrological sort of impact of the eclipse. So in Vedic astrology, we think of the sun as the Atman, or the soul, that creative, life-giving energy, which really is our soul, and we think of the moon as our perceptive mind, or manas. So during an eclipse, that sunlight cannot reach the perceptive mind, the sunlight cannot reach the moon. And so during this time, for everyone in general, it's going to be a period of time where things might be a little bit more confusing, that your actual perception of what's going on is kind of obscured in a way. So all across the board, all 12 signs will be experiencing that in particular. Another thing I wanted to mention was brought to my attention by one of my teachers, Ernst Wilhelm, and he let me know that unexpected events involving friends or groups place a great deal of pressure on personal relationships. These relationship issues may loom large as the eclipse affects the chart. The individual would be wise not to make any hasty decisions, since information is distorted and possibly false. The eclipse also has the essence of tiredness or health problems attached to it. So all across the board, all 12 signs, you might be having issues with relationships or health problems. In general, a lot of people I know are tired. For women who have their menstrual cycle, they have been particularly difficult. So that's just something to keep in mind. And with these 12 signs that I'm reading for, I will be using the rising sign. You can definitely take a look at your sun sign, but to get an accurate idea of what your rising sign is, please use the chart calculator I will be providing below. That will give you, your rising sign will be your first house in the chart, and that's what I'm reading for. Now I'm going to be looking at the houses in which your the eclipse is actually taking place, because what I was just describing is in general, it's the sign that it's in. So I'm going to be looking at the houses, but when I use Vedic astrology, when I look at charts in the Vedic astrology, the Vedic astrological perspective, I actually look at house cusps. So if you are able to check out what your house cusps are, you might want to listen to all the signs and find the sign that includes the house cusps where this eclipse is taking place. Because I know just in my chart in general, it's not really impacting my house as much as it's impacting my house cusp. So really keep that in mind, that it might not totally fit the description of what I'm saying just because of the house cusp involved. Additionally, I almost forgot to mention again, but I am doing a giveaway for my channel. So if you are subscribed, you are already entered. If you have not subscribed, you must subscribe to enter. I'm giving away a reading. The reading will be announced sometime in September, with the winner being announced at the end of September. If you get other people to subscribe to my channel, let me know in the comments below and have that subscriber say hello, and you will get an extra entry into that contest. So I wanted to say that before we get started. And if I think of anything else, I will let you know in the videos pertaining to your particular sign. But please do use the rising sign and really understand that the house cusps will make all the difference when looking at these. And the card readings are in the moment, and they're mostly going to involve, there are millions, or hopefully, I think millions of Aries ascendants all over the world. There are millions of Tauruses that have been born and died. And what I'm focusing my energy and intention on is reading for those that are viewing my channel right now, even if it's next week, just whoever's coming in to hear the message that I have to tell you, because I do believe that energy that is similar congregates together. So I'm really reading for those specifically that are here today. So just know that I'm tapping into your energy. I'm really keeping you in mind, and that these readings are very specifically for you. Of course, they are going to be of a general nature, because I'm not just sitting down with you in particular. But if you want me to look at your chart and see how the eclipse is going to be implicating certain areas of your life, next week on the 21st, please let me know. You do not need to get a reading before the 21st because, like I said, this energy is really going to be pushing forth for the next 6 months until the sister eclipse in the month of January of 2018. So we can set it up anytime, but it could be cool to read before the eclipse as well, just to see if something's going to come up for you. So you had the full moon happening in your 8th house, which is a house of shared resources. It's a very deeply psychological house. And your new moon is going to be falling in your 2nd house, which is a really nice house. It's the house of people closest to us, our very closest friends, our immediate family. So if you have a family of your own, it's that family that you've built for yourself. If you don't have a family of your own, most likely it has to do with the family that you were born into. So, you know, your parents and your siblings and things like that. But really it's the people and the things that are closest to you. It also has a lot to do with your responsibilities, things that you take care of, and money. So, you know, your finances and how you create wealth for yourself. So this solar eclipse happening in your 2nd house will create like a crisis or something, you know, something charged to do with your income. It will have to do with your security. It could even have to do with your immediate family. All those different things that I talked about, your resourcefulness, your self-worth, all of that can be impacted by this eclipse. And something will have been brought to your attention in regards to this area between the lunar eclipse on the 7th and 8th, or the solar eclipse even a month before and a month after. There will be something that happens to kind of bring this to your attention. If you have personal planets implicated in this eclipse, then it will be even stronger. So really pay attention to what's been going on. Maybe you're going to get some kind of a new financial opportunity. Maybe your friend is going through something crazy that you're involved with. So all those things can really show up during this solar eclipse. And a lot of the times it's a new beginning, but sometimes it is a crisis of some sort. And if you're thinking about making any kinds of changes during this time with finances, it would be best to wait maybe until sometime in September to do so. Okay, and right now I'm going to be drawing your 3 cards. And these are specific to the Cancer risings that are watching this channel right now. And what I'm really getting is that, and this doesn't totally even relate to what I just said, so this is in the moment, but you were coming from a really strong place. So you were really feeling secure and strong within yourself. It's mostly, what I'm getting is it's mostly this internal sort of psychological strength that was really coming up for you at the beginning of this eclipse. And one thing that is happening is that there's going to be some kind of a disappointment of some kind, especially in regards to emotions for a lot of people, like breakups, letting go of people. But there's going to be some kind of a disappointment. So even some of you might have to come to terms with the things that you don't like about your partner and learn how to accept them. Others will not be able to accept things about their partner and let that partner go. Some of you will actually have a new partner come in that might take you away from your partner, because really what you're dealing with is your vices. So for some of you Cancer ascendants, I think that 8th house is kind of being implicated, because the 8th house is sort of the house of our own undoing. And I think that some of you are going to be dealing with your vices and, you know, different sort of addictions that you have during this time. And many of you, it's going to be in a kind of emotional setting. So you might find yourself being really attracted to someone you're not meant to be attracted to. For those of you that are going to be on the more mature side of the spectrum, I guess, or the more evolved, I don't know the best word for that. You're, like I said, you're going to kind of feel disappointed in some way in regards to someone that you love, but you're going to be able to see the good in them, and you're going to be able to focus on the things that are beautiful about that person and deal with your own darkness, deal with your own shadow side, and experience a new level of love. For those of you that are not there yet, you might just be drawn to being attracted to someone new that comes in. And you know, that new person could even be something really good for you, but it's important for you during this eclipse and this 6-month window to really look within yourself to see if this is really love or if this is just addiction and you not dealing with yourself. For those of you that have nothing to do with love, it's just kind of an emotional disappointment of some kind and a time for you to work on your shadow. So thank you so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I do readings. This is a very general reading, and I do more specific readings. You can set one up at my website, NicoleBrenny.com, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.